you. What was that moment like for you? Obviously, a lot of emotion between you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, he just told me he loved me. Told me he never stopped believing in me, and then, he told me to go get that rock. He was proud of me, so it was a cool moment.
Brady, can you take us through the drop play for that 30-yard score?
Yeah, I mean, good old quarterback draw. You guys have been seeing that for 3 years with me. Shoot, I mean, the seas just parted. They brought a pressure up the middle. Jamal Roberts picked him up perfectly, and it was there. I just ran up the hash and chased down the rock.
Brady, was there any time where you thought maybe go down at the 1 or 2?
Nope. Good point. Kinda. Nah, unless I hear that out of Coach Drink's mouth, I'm going to score.
How does it feel to not only have that play, but you and Lou connected on the 2-point conversion to put you guys up 7?
Shoot, I mean, that's special. That's the last play of my career outside of the bowl game, obviously, and quarterback draw, and then obviously we finish it with a little something we've been practicing for a long time, and LB3 catches it, so that was pretty special.
Brady, Coach Drink was just kind of solemn and kind of reflective in his presser here. I mean, what did it mean for you specifically, and then the rest of his guys on the team for the past few years to deliver for him?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, 5 years, Coach Drink came in, toxic culture, toxic team, not a lot of wins, and I was right there with him, and to see the culture he's built, the team he's built, to play under him, to be his starting quarterback for 3 years, and just to see how we've both grown and overcome so much, it's been really cool. And you said he was calm. I feel kind of calm right now too. It's almost this satisfying feeling and just this sense of relief and just honestly a true happiness right now.
Brady, earlier in the week you mentioned you weren't quite sure how the senior day emotions would hit you, but there you are getting ready to walk out of the tunnel. What are you feeling at that point?
Yeah, definitely some emotions. I'll say this, I think the snow kind of helped dumb down the emotions a little bit. I was pretty focused on figuring out my footing, figuring out what I needed to change differently, and at the end of the day, when the clock started winding down to game time, everyone was focused. I was too. I knew, the real reward of senior nights right now. My family's sitting back here. We got the dub, we got the rock. That's the reward, and I think me and everybody else did a great job of keeping that the main thing.
Brady, after you score, what are you doing while the defense is on the field? Because I mean, doesn't mean a lot if they don't get that stop.
Yeah, I mean, just pacing. I've seen so many different turn of events in this league, different games. You guys have seen it this year. Just check out the Oklahoma game. I spent the whole time on the sideline watching. It's crazy. Anything can happen. So until the clock hit 0, I didn't believe it yet.
Brady, with the snow, how do you think that affected kind of how this game played out, and how did it go for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, the snow was a factor, for sure. We knew that. But at the end of the day, both teams were playing in it. I think we took a little long to adjust. I took a little long to adjust to it. I think you guys saw that in the first half offensively. But at the end of the day, fourth quarter came around and we started rolling. We were able to connect on some passes. I used my legs a little bit more. The running backs got going, and we found a way to adjust.
Brady, this wasn't your first comeback win at home this year. Talk to me a little bit about the resilience that you've seen from this team specifically.
Yeah, I mean, this team's been through it. The lows, the highs. We've been down multiple times. I don't know how many comebacks we've had this year. But we just don't flinch. We don't flinch. At halftime, you don't even need to say a lot to these guys. You don't. Everyone's confident. Everyone's calm. Everyone keeps the belief. So I think that's the special thing about our team. No one's going to lay down. Never going to quit.
Such a huge point of emphasis in the last couple of weeks has been the ground game and by extension the offensive line. How much pride do you take right now in that unit, and seeing somebody like a Drake Heismeyer, for instance, last couple of weeks stepping up, how everything has come together for him and for the unit?
Yeah, I mean, Drake Heismeyer, that's the man. We should be singing his praises for years and years. He stepped in a tough situation. Drake hasn't played a ton of ball. He's been here for 5 years. He's worked his butt off. He's been the 2 center for however long, and he's always been ready. He stepped in. He's done an unbelievable job. His snaps are perfect. His calls are perfect. His IDs are great. And he's just a great dude. He's a great person to have out there. And I think that rubbed off on the entire O-line. they've been dominating, run game, pass pro. I can't say enough about that whole unit.
Brady, you're one of only a handful of guys that have been here since Drake's very first season, and so now exit as you're getting carried off the field with your rock. What was the thinking back on the memories and the emotion of the last 5 years like?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. You know, it's honestly hard to remember a life before Mizzou football, to be honest with you. It feels like I've been here in this position for so long, working towards something with a new team every single year here. And just to see how we've grown every single year. Coming in 2020 and COVID, you know, it was my welcome to college football, you know, trying to figure it all out. And you know, our team, it was what it was, and we just grew every single year. 2022, my first year starting, it was tough, injuries, feeling pressure from the fan base, only winning 6 games, and then finding a way to retain those leaders, the coaches continuing to believe in us, Coach Drink building a staff that can put us in positions to win. You know, we go into 2023, and we dominate. That team dominated. And it was the leaders that came back and built that culture, and then to carry over into this year. From the Cotton Bowl until now, that culture remained the same. The leaders remained the same. How we went about our business stayed the same. And you know, I'm just proud that we finished it the right way.
Brady,
Yeah, obviously with the 12-team playoff, it kind of loomed and lingered this year, but regardless, 9 wins is still 9 wins. I mean, how would you describe the season?
Yeah, I mean, 9 wins is 9 wins. With the opportunity to get 10, you know, with the opportunity to get 10, and that would be the 3rd time in school history, I believe. So, you know, we're sitting here now, the regular season's over. We still have a cool opportunity ahead. We still do. It's not over yet, and you know, there's games we want back this year. I think we all know that. But that's for the teams next year and the years to follow to handle, figure out, iron out, and go win that natty. Right now, you know, we're a 9-win team. That's what we are. 2024 Tigers with the opportunity to get 10.
Brady, if somebody came to you at 2 o'clock and said, you get to write the ending, how close was that?
I'd say it was pretty close. You know, I love that it was a fourth quarter game, all the way to the end. You know, our defense got scored on. Corey Flagg was running off, and I told him, hey, I'm gonna go score, and then you guys are gonna get a stop to win the game. And that's what happened. That's how we finished it. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Brady, you put a couple of pictures of you as a kid with all your Mizzou stuff before this game. What do you think that kid growing up, dreaming of this opportunity, would think of the journey you had?
Yeah, I mean, the 12-year-old me, I don't think he would believe it. I really don't. I think it's just a testament to wanting something, believing in something, seeing a vision really early on, and just sticking to it. Tough times, adversity, questioning yourself, self-doubt, all of that, it all comes into play. And just finding a way to work through it. You know, I'm proud of myself, proud of that little boy that had a dream.
How do you feel about being, you know, the catalyst behind elevating the floor that is Missouri football, back-to-back 9-win seasons, with a chance to get double-digit wins, like you said? How do you feel going 500 those first 3 years to where you're at now?
Yeah, I mean, that was the goal. That was the goal, to leave this place better than I found it. And I feel like I did that. You know, I feel like I was able to cement a legacy and change this program forever. And really, I just hope I brought joy to however many Mizzou fans, and I feel like we did that. I really do.
A couple more. Brady, you've been here for 5 years. Outside of football, what are you gonna miss the most about Columbia?
I mean, Columbia's special. I mean, it's my dang home, you know. You know, I love it. I'm getting a little tired of the food situation. I feel like I've eaten everywhere a million times. But really the people. You know, it's been awesome. Columbia's great. I'm gonna be back really, really often.
Brady, you guys were averaging around, you know, first, second, and third quarter less than 5 yards of play, and then in the 4th quarter, you guys are averaging over 10 yards of play. What about this team makes you guys so able to just flip that switch in the game match?
Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping we were gonna flip it, and I'm glad we did. You know, I think that's been one of our things this year. You know, we've had a tendency to start slow in a lot of games. That's never what you want, you know, obviously, but it is what it is, and it just shows. You know, we have grit. You know, I've said it. We don't quit. we don't flinch, and when the game's on the line, we're gonna be there.
Thank you, Brady.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.